Hello everybody and welcome to another hand feeding video. Today we will be doing the cockatiels. All the cockatiels that are in hand feeding. We have 8 of the older ones, about 7 weeks old. They will be ready in a week or two for their new homes. And 3 of the younger ones, probably about 4 or 5 weeks old now. They might be ready just in time before I leave, or I might be taking them with me. So let's get started with the cockatiels. We'll be doing the older ones first because they look very hungry. Although some of them are taking a smaller hand feeding now, especially during the day, and a couple of them are starting to refuse hand feedings. They are almost ready. Let's start off with these guys here. Oh my. There we go. Have a nice little standard gray. He just wants to be fed. They are all taking less of a hand feeding, smaller volumes, 41.8. They are extremely active. Even though they are taking smaller amounts, they are still acting like they are starving. Everybody else is getting excited. He still took a full 10 cc hand feeding. That'll do it for him. He can join Daddy Bird here on my shoulder. This guy behind here, quite a bit older. He is the daddy bird of the cage, teaching the younger birds how to bird. Let's see who is next. Another little monster. Another standard gray with a little more yellow on his wings. Yeah. Have to watch that. Come here, you. No, you go. Got my quality control. No, down. My quality control manager there. Let's see what she is. I want to see how much this guy will take. Yeah, he's not really interested. Took about 3 cc. And you can go there. Another standard gray. More of a white wing. He looks like he might be hungry. A lot of head movement. Gotta be careful not to spray the formula all over the place. Make a bit of a mess. It's gonna happen anyway. But you can minimize it a little bit. And he looks to be pretty hungry. Took a full 10 cc, 10 gram, 10 milliliter. He's done. You can go there. Here we have a yellow pied. This guy is taking only small hand feedings right now, if at all. Good start. And that'll do it for him. What are you guys doing back there? You can go there. Nope, he's gonna fly off. Oh, we got a cacophony of birds going on here. Everybody's excited. Ooh, especially this guy. Another little standard gray. A little lighter in color. There's birds flying everywhere now. Strong feeding, but he's not really swallowing much of it. That's a bit better. This guy will be done soon. It's a lot slower, a lot messier. That's a close to a full feeding. Offered them again another feeding in about 4 hours. Hey, get down, get down. The dog wants to meet the new birds. They haven't been flying around much yet, so he hasn't been able to play with them much yet. Okay, no. Another little standard gray with white. Chase, quiet. Dog's very eager to greet the new birds, but as soon as they land on him, he comes to me to get him off because they have sharp little claws. That's good feeding for that guy. Enjoy your friend. Usually they don't stick around like this. Usually they start flying around for a while. There we go. The last of these standard grays. He seems pretty hungry. It's been a full 4 hours since his last feeding. Yeah, he's hungry. He's eating fast. The next feeding this evening, later on, will be a smaller one. Oh, that's an ending for him. Put him there. Now we have a pearl pied. Very pretty colors. Hang on. Okay, you go here. There we go. Maybe we get a better view this way. Nice colors on the back. Let's see how hungry this one will be. Hey, enough. Yeah, he's hungrier than usual. The dog must think I'm talking to somebody on the phone. Getting all excited, thinking somebody's going to be coming over. That's a good feeding for this guy. Look at that. There we go. How about you? This guy's probably going to fly off. He's about a half week older than the other ones. Nice colors on this guy. There we go. And now on for the younger ones. I'll be... Ooh, crash. This is a little clumsy. Now on for the younger ones. Alright, let's try it again. Take two. I had to put the older babies away because they were interfering and trying to play with the younger ones and just kind of clawing all over, making a bit of a mess. So first here we have one of the younger babies, 5 weeks old, right around there. Here we have one of the whiteface. No yellow at all on the head or orange. And no red eyes. So he's a little whiteface. It's going to be a very, very pretty birdie. Ooh, he's alert. He knows what's coming. They're probably pretty hungry. They usually are at this age. Let's see what he'll eat. A little messy. There we go. A little too much enthusiasm there. You can still hear the older cockatiels in the background, still acting all hungry. He'll be taking almost a full syringe, a full 10 cc worth. They're at the stage now where they grow very rapidly. They put on a lot of weight each day. That ain't say much because so do I. But it's almost spring, so that'll have a stop put to that. There we go. Getting full, getting fed. Next, we have one of the cinnamons. A wee bit of a brown tinge to the feathers. That's what makes them a cinnamon. But you'll see more when they get a little older and the colors come out a little stronger. Okay, here we go. Good strong feeding response. Making the whole table shake. They're already of a good size. Oh, is he full? Yeah. A little bit more. Not too worried about how much he's going to take because he will be getting fed again pretty soon, in about another 4 hours. At this age, they could go down to 3 hand feedings each day. But I'll do 4 just because I'm already feeding some of the other babies. And it's good for them. It's better on them to eat a little less, more often, and spend less time with their crop empty. And number 2, we got one more. Come here, you. Another little cinnamon. I'm experimenting more with making new pairs to get new colors. Well, my favorite is still the standard gray. There we go, latch on. There's one on the latch, here we go. There we go. You can see them breaking off more and more. Taking pauses. They're not as frantic as they were in feeding about a week ago. At this age, they start to self-regulate when they're full. They slow down. They won't hold the latch anymore like that. They're not holding it. And he's done. About 9 cc, 9.5. That's good enough. Another wonderful little light gray, cinnamony, hungry little baby. And there we go. Those are the cockatiels. These are the last cockatiels I will be having for quite a while, probably until late next winter, next spring. They're going to have a nice big new aviary, a big free flight room. I will not be doing colony breeding. That's not a really good way to breed. They all have their individual cages, individual setups. There's a whole bunch of air ventilation and air scrubbers, air filtration, because these guys are a bit dusty. Especially if we get a whole bunch of them together in one place. And the breeding pairs, when they go into season, their poop, oh boy, does it have a strong reek to it. No better way to put it. You always know when they're getting ready because you can smell it as soon as you walk into the room. Time to turn all the fans up on high and get new charcoal for the scrubbers. There we go. Probably the last hand feeding video for the older ones. There'll probably be one more for these 3 younger ones. See you then. Come here, you.